Okay, friends, here we are on page 35 of your link-up book. The directions say, choose from the 5 pitches below and the note values to compose and develop your own motif. So here are some of the notes you might want to think about using. Quarter note, eighth notes, although usually when we draw our eighth notes, we draw 2 together, which I recommend. Half note and a quarter rest. Here are the notes, the pitches that they want you to use. See if we can name these notes. Well, the first one, is it a line or a space? You guessed it, it's a line. Every. The next one, and you should write this in yours, by the way, so you have it in case you forget. Next one, line or a space? It's another line. Every. Good, therefore the note is G. The next one, is this a line or a space? Ooh, this one's a space. F-A-C-E for face, and of course it is A. Can you finish writing these before I finish? Hopefully you can. Next one, line or a space? Every. Good. Boy. Booyah. Should be every good booyah. Okay, how about this? Line or a space? Yes, it's a line. Every good boy deserves. So we got 4 of our 5 lines represented. Pretty cool. Down here, they want you to create your original motif. A motif is just another name for a musical idea. And they want you to make your own original one. So I'm telling you, I want it to be 4 beats. So you should write a little 4 in your time signature to remind you of that. All right, here we go. I'm going to start on a G. I'm going to make a quarter note. Next, I like step motion. So I'm going to write an A followed by a B, stepping up the staff. And we'll make those eighth notes. How many beats do I have so far in my little motif? Quarter note, 2 eighth notes. You guessed it, 2 beats. I need how many more to get to 4? You guessed it, 2. So I'm going to do a half note on a D. Notice I'm being very, very careful. Even though I can't really draw notes too well on this computer, I'm being really careful to make my circle go right around the line if indeed I want a line note. So here's my original idea. Sounds like this. Not too bad. G, A, B, D. Next, I'm going to do this box right here. It says motif starting on a higher pitch. So I got to take whatever I did over here and I got to make it start on a higher note. Well, before I started on a G. So what's a higher note than a G? Well, I got pretty much, is E higher than G? No, E is lower. G is G, but then A, B, and D are all higher than G. So I can pick one of those. I'm going to pick an A. Make A be my new starting note, which is higher than G. And then I'm still going to keep that quarter, eighth, eighth, half rhythm pattern. I kind of like that. So there's my A. I'll make everything go higher. Why not? How about A, B, D. Now for the last one, I got a choice. Do I do another D half note? Or do I pick a different note for my half note? I'm going to pick a B this time. Why? Because I feel like it. Now my motif, it still starts on a higher note. I just changed the end. Let's take a listen to this one. It sounds like this. I kind of messed up in the middle there. Let's try it again. Ooh, I kind of like that sound. Now I'm reviewing it. My D right here, it's not quite on the line, so I'm just going to make the circle a little bit bigger so it goes over the line. You might have the same exact problem. It's super easy to fix. All right, after I do that, did I start on a higher note? Yes, I did. Now I'm going to go down here. They want me to start on a lower pitch. So if we look back to my original, I started on G. What note is lower than G? Oh, E is lower than G. So I guess I have to start this one on an E. Now what about if you started your original on an E? I would say just keep it an E. Make all the other notes lower, right? Something that might happen to you. So here we are, starting my idea on a lower note. I'm going to go E, G, E, and let's kind of make everything lower. How about E, G, A, and I need my half note. Do I want to keep it a D like I did in the original? Do I want to make it a B? Or do I want to do something different? I'm going to make it a G. Trying some new ideas out. So my lower motif sounds like this. Ooh, Ooh, that one's pretty interesting. So I'm going to play you all three so far. My original, then the higher one, then the lower one. Here's the original. Higher. Lower. Pretty interesting sound so far. And then there's one thing left to do. I think this last one is the easiest, though. They want the motif in reverse. So I'm going to do exactly what I did up top on my original, but I'm going to just copy it backwards. So I'm going to start with my D half note. And then I had B, A as my eighth notes. That's backwards. So I'm going to do B, A. And then my first note was a G. So I will end it with this. Take a listen to the backwards one. It sounds like this. Ooh, I like that one the best so far. Okay, once you make it that far, take a look at this. It says, now put all your motifs developments together to create a piece just like Beethoven. So you can basically choose what you want to have and where. So I'm going to start with my original, G, A, B, D, because I like that original one I did. I think next, I really liked that lower one. So I'm going to do that one next. E, G, A, G. And again, you're just copying. You're not doing anything new down here. The order is new, but all the material, all the notes are copied directly from above. So it's always good to practice writing these notes, and again, you want to be really careful that you're writing the notes on the correct lines and spaces. If you want a G, folks, the only place to draw a G that we know about is around this line. If you want an A, the only place that we know about is in this second space. All right, down here, I really liked that reverse one. It sounded like this. D, B, A, G. And then, to make things kind of tidy up nice and neat, I'm going to end with my original. You know, I started with the original. I think I'll begin with the original. Why not? And if I put all four of these ideas together, it will sound pretty cool. Now notice, I did not use the higher one that I did. That's okay. I wanted to practice writing it, but I don't have to use it in my final. Here's my whole song. Sounds like this. Interesting little piece of music, and it did not take me a whole lot of effort to do it. I started with my original. I changed a couple of things. I made it go backwards. I did the original again. You too can have easy success. Good luck, composers.